So hello guys, welcome to Didium. So today we are going to look at the unboxing of this helmet, the MT Thunder 3SV. And also today we will discuss why did I upgrade from this helmet, the TVS XPOD, to this MT Thunder 3V. I have actually got this helmet from their online store, Spartanprogear. What is that? Spartanprogear.com. That's where I have ordered for this helmet. And you can also get this in the Spartanprogear store if you have that in your city. I do have that in Hyderabad, but this particular design, this particular model, the L size was not available. That's the reason I had to go for the online store. So yeah, wherever you live in, if you do not have the store, you can go to the online store and you can just make the purchase. But just letting you know, if you place the order in their online website, you cannot cancel that because they apparently seem to not have any cancellation policy right there. So just letting you know, guys. So coming to the unboxing of this helmet. So before opening the box, let me tell you, one of the reasons why did I actually get this helmet is because of this. It says Sharp Safety Scheme 4 rated. So I'll tell you what is this Sharp rating later, but this is one of the reasons why I actually got it. And this helmet also comes with the 2 years of warranty, just like this helmet, the TVS XPOD. So you don't need to worry about like if there is any manufacturing defect or anything goes wrong in your helmet, you are assured for 2 years. Now let me open that. So yeah, so just like this helmet, TVS XPOD, this also comes with a helmet bag, and it's a really big branding over here. Wow, just look at that. I mean, like this is as orangey it can get. I mean I haven't seen any helmet which is as funky as this in the orange scheme. Like, I don't know, this was the only helmet which I could find. I mean, like maybe there are other helmets which I don't know, but this was the only helmet which I could find in such a color scheme, which is so vibrant that I think this is going to be a cop magnet. Like, look at the color scheme. I mean, like this doesn't gel with anything in the road. But actually, when it comes to helmets, right, you should go for helmets like this. Because why I'm saying is your helmet's color should actually not mix with anything in the road. Like you see this helmet, right? It's a black helmet. It's a black matte helmet and has some red lines and all that. Red is fine, but black generally mixes with other things in the road. So if you wear a helmet, always make sure that you get something which is more vibrant, so you get noticed in the road. Not to show off or anything like that, but the reason why you wear helmets is to protect yourself, right? And if you have to protect yourself, more than protection, precaution is the most important thing. So if you are visible, then you have less chances of getting hit. So enough with that color. Let's actually see what's there in this. See all the designs which is present over here, right? Like it actually means something. They have not written some random stuff over here. Like if you see here, it says optimum visor closing. So that means this has a dual visor inside. So if you this is the switch to operate that, and they have just put the arrow mark over there. And this is, they say something as cool air. Yeah, obviously air flows like that. And then they say aerodynamic. That's okay. Some formula right over here. I can't read the formula, and even if I read, I can't tell what it does. And then max vision visor anti-scratch. This anti-scratch is a word like every company uses in their helmets, in their visors. I'm not sure, like all the visors get scratched from whatever I have used. I mean, I don't know what is anti-scratch. Okay, and this is like close, and that is for this vent. We'll come to this vents later. This is open, cool air in, injected thermoplastic shell, and then you have the helmet design itself. See, look at that. This is actually helmet. Then air vent. Okay, this is the air vent, we know that. And then what else? The name of the helmet, Thunder 3. It has anti-fog, and then air entrance. So none of that. So the point is that none of this has been just scribbled over there. I know some helmets where people, where the manufacturers just write whatever they want, but this is not like that. It has only the information which this helmet has, not any nonsense. Okay, so I really like that fact, instead of just writing something which the manufacturer likes. And yeah, the most important thing over here is the DOT certification and the ECE certification. So this helmet is authorized to use in European countries, and you can also use this in US because it's also DOT certified. So the main reason why I got this helmet was because of two things. One is that this helmet is ECE rated, and this helmet is Sharp rated. So more than anything else, if you have a Sharp rating for your helmet, and it has more than 4, like 4 or 5, like 5 is the maximum. You get 4 or 5, that means that you have the best, safest helmet which you can possibly purchase, and that's what I exactly did. When it comes to imported helmets in India, right, there are these 2 helmets which is very famous among all our Indian bikers. One is MT and the other one is LS2. So both of these manufacturers are actually from European continent and especially Spain, and both of these companies give their helmets for sharp rating. When I had options for the upgrade, I had only 2 options. One was LS2's breaker, which is FF390, and I had this one in mind. And why did I choose LS2 FF390 is because it has all the features which this helmet has, and it's LS2. People generally in India believe that LS2 is a lot superior when compared to MT, but I'm the guy who looks at the ratings and then who decides that, whether I should take or not. So rating wise, this one has 4-star rating and that one doesn't have 4-star rating. So I'm like, let's go for this instead of that. So only because of this sharp rating I had to go for this helmet, else I would have gone for LS2 FF390, because that also has an orange but in matte with a lot of designs in there. I'm not a specific fan of MT or LS2, it's just that only because of this sharp rating I had to go for this helmet. And trust me, getting a good sharp rating for your helmet is really important, because as you see, your sharp rating is in the highest level of safety measures, and then you have ECE, and then you have DOT, and then you have other certifications like us, like you have BIS, ISA, right? So our ISA typically comes in the last, and if you see this DOT and the ECE rating also, right? So there are multiple helmets which get certified in the ECE and DOT process, and that is mainly because they look for only the basic constraints which the certification has to permit. So if your helmet passes all the basic tests in Europe, then it is ECE certified. If it is passed in the US, it's DOT certified, and if it is passed in India, it's ISA certified. So that's how they calculate. So there is no such rating where you give like 1-star rating, 2-star rating, 3-star rating, 4-star, 5-star. You don't give the rating over there, and Sharp is the only organization which does that. And getting 4 in Sharp means that your helmet is really safe. It's not a joke, guys. There are a lot of videos in the internet where you can see how the helmets are tested by Sharp, and if it means 4, then you can be sure that you have the safest helmet out there. And coming to the shell of this has an injected polycarbonate shell. So usually in Indian helmets we do not get injected polycarbonate shells. What you typically have is a plastic shell outside, and then they have that thermocol layer directly manufactured outside, and then they fix it inside. And the other thing which most of the imported helmets have, and this helmet also has, is the different shell sizes. So mine is the L size, I have the large size. So I think you have XS, you have S, you have M, you have L, you have XL. So you have different sizes in your helmet, and your XS, S and M, they all come in one shell size, and your L and XL, they come in a different shell size. So it's like, your helmet size itself is actually different from one thing to another. Now you might ask, like, how do you say that in most of the Indian helmets that we have only one single shell size? There are different sizes, right? L size, M size, S size. It's all about the fitment inside. So your shell size is going to be just one single size, and your inner paddings, right, they will adjust this inner paddings in a way so you can actually have different head sizes fit inside this helmet. But here that's not the case. You have different shell sizes itself, and then you have different inner paddings to make sure that you can fit your head in. And coming to the EPS layer, this has a multi-density EPS layer just like my TVS XPOD, so that's good to have. And then coming to the vents, they actually have 3 vents over here. So you see you have a chin vent over there, so which can be closed and which can be opened. So this is an active vent, and then you have one at the top which can also be closed and also be opened. So this is also an active vent. And coming to the rear, in rear also you have an active vent. So this is the exhaust vent. So these both are intake vents, and this one is the exhaust vent, and surprisingly the exhaust vent is also active. Usually in most helmets you don't get the exhaust vent as the active one, but here you get it. So that's a nice feature to have. And these vents are not really small, so I can see that the hole in this is quite larger, and here also if you see that you have a slightly larger hole in there. So in the rear also you have like 2 vents over here. So I believe the ventilation should not be an issue in this helmet. Again, this video is going to be all about what this helmet has and why did I go for this helmet and why did I upgrade. But how does it perform will come in the review video, not in this video. So that I will shoot later after using this for a couple of rides. So for now, we'll just explain only the features in here. Now we can try to remove this. Okay, so the first thing which you can notice here is this. So this is pin lock ready. So if you're going to ride a lot in rainy seasons, then you can actually purchase the anti-fog insert and then you can fix it to this visor. So this is pin lock ready. And this was also one of the major reasons like why I upgraded to this helmet, because as you see in my TVS XPOD, I don't have anything to insert over here. So this is just a normal visor and I don't have any pin lock mechanism. So the only way I can avoid fog is using this breath deflector, and it works to some extent, but I cannot tell that it completely avoids the fog. So this was one of the reasons why I had to get a helmet which has this pin lock mechanism to it. And another major reason why I had to go for this helmet is the dual visor which is present in here. So you have a switch over here, right? Optimum visor closing. Yep. So you have the dual visor setup over here. Let me try to remove this off. Okay. So this is going to be really helpful when you actually tour, because when you tour in helmets which doesn't have an internal sun visor, then the sun is really going to hit in your eyes and you're not going to like that for long rides. So that's one of the major reasons like why I have to go for this helmet, because I badly wanted a helmet which has a dual visor on it, and this has a dual visor on it. And coming to the padding inside your helmet, this one is anti-allergic. So you don't need to actually clean your inner paddings that much like you will do with those normal Indian helmets. Because like if you take this helmet, for example, the TVS XPOD helmet. So you look at this inner padding, right? So this inner padding is not actually antibacterial or anti-allergic. So every time I go for a ride, I have to remove this padding and then I have to wash it, dry it, and then I need to put it. So this is like I need to do it again and again. And if I don't do it, then I start getting pimples in my face because of all the infections which is there because of the sweat and all that, right? It gets collected in this and then I start getting some allergies, skin allergies and all that. So that's the reason I thought next time when I get a helmet, I should get something which is antibacterial or anti-allergic. So that was another major reason why I had to go for this helmet or any helmet which has antibacterial lining to it. And also the inner padding is laser cut. As you see, you have a very contoured cut over here. So this is done to make sure that it fits to your face more naturally than how a helmet without this will fit. I cannot really show you everything in the camera, but the understanding is that it is designed in a way that it fits to all the curves of your face. So that's how it's designed. That's how a laser cut foam padding is designed. Like suppose if you look at this, right, it's not designed like that. So it's just a padding, so it will have the same level of thickness everywhere, and this is not actually laser cut. So what happens is they give you a thick padding, and then when you start wearing it, when you start using it based on your face shape, then it will get slightly molded, and that requires some break-in time to get used to the helmet. So you will get to used to this in a ride or so itself. You don't need to take a lot of time to get used to the inner paddings of this helmet. And speaking about the padding, it goes without saying that these paddings can be completely removed and washed. And also you have a speaker pocket in this helmet. So let me try to remove one side of this. So I have removed one side of the inner padding to show you where those speaker pockets are. As you can see, you have your speaker pockets right here. So you will have one in this side, and if you remove this padding, you will find another in this side as well. So if you have any Bluetooth intercoms, then you can fit in this helmet. And the other thing which this helmet has is this removable chin curtain. So if you don't want this chin curtain, you can also remove this, and if you want it, you can just fix that. But I will recommend you to fix this and keep it. So that's going to avoid a lot of wind noise entering your helmet and also a lot of dust and other things in the road. So I would recommend you to hold on to this chin curtain and not remove that. And one other interesting thing which I found in this helmet is this one. You see, it says easy fit glasses. So if you wear glasses, if you're somebody who wears a power glass or something, then you can easily fit inside this visor rather than struggling to do. So this, I think, is something which most manufacturers seem to miss out. Like, not all helmets are actually glasses friendly. So only some good amount of helmets are actually glasses friendly. So this is a glasses friendly helmet from MT, and there are some from LS2 as well. So I mean, like, if you're somebody who wear power glasses and all, like, you cannot avoid that. You have to get a helmet which has this feature in it. So yeah, this has it. So just letting you know. All right, so let me see how it exactly fits. So before wearing this helmet and showing you, I thought of sharing this with you. So this helmet doesn't come with the D-ring. So this comes with the ratchet fasteners. So this is very useful if you're riding in the city, and also if you always ride with your gloves on, like me. So even if I go in the city, I used to ride with my gloves, and if I have a D-ring setup, then it is going to be really difficult to remove. In the touring or in the city or whatever be the condition, that D-ring is going to be really difficult. I would love a D-ring in a full-on race helmet. Like if I'm buying an AGV, then I would expect a D-ring in that. If I buy a Bell, then I will expect a D-ring in that. But this helmet, I don't really need a D-ring. I'm fine with the micro tensioners, and yeah, this is fine. But one thing I could have liked is if they had the metal fasteners over here, because this one is a plastic fastener and this is not actually metal fastener. There are some helmets in LS2, I think FF800, the Storm variant, that has a steel micro fasteners. So this one doesn't have that. So this is like almost half times cheaper than that helmet. So I don't expect that much. I can see some channeling in the fabrics and also the EPS liner inside. So this EPS liner and these inner fabrics are actually channeled. So whatever you are getting in your vents, right, so that will be properly channeled inside your helmet. And anyway, enough of that. Let me try to wear this helmet. As usual, just put it like this. Wow, I can feel the difference almost instantly from jumping from this helmet to this, because I can tell that there is a major difference in the padding itself because of all these laser cuts. This kind of fits where the curve is. Like if my cheeks come like that, then this has some contouring in that area, so it makes sure that my cheeks are in place, my jawline is on place, and yeah, I really like the fitment. I actually before buying this helmet, I did walk into Spartanprogear and I did test this helmet, and I was very comfortable in that helmet, and that was one of the reason why I went ahead and ordered a different graphic, but again the same Thunder 3 SV helmet in their online website. So I really like the fitment. It is like super fit, and it's not, there are no pressure points as such. Yeah, in this place in my cheek area it's slightly pressing, but yeah, that I will just get used to after a couple of rides, and then I don't feel it as a pressure anywhere else, like not here, not anywhere else. I don't feel that. I think the inner liner is a lot comfortable. It's actually not troubling you. Let me see how that visor is. How do I push it? Whoa, okay. So I can tell that this thing is not that dark. It has a slight tint of smoke. It's not really that dark. And also one other thing which I find is this is covered only up to this extent, and you still have some space over here. As you see, right, there are some space over here, and I still wish that this comes even a bit down. Is there a way to adjust that? No, this is the maximum. You can't adjust that. So this is like a one way down and one way up. Yeah, so it covers up to your eyes, but it doesn't go beyond that. Anyway, that's okay, that's fine. That's fine. So you have this, that itself is a major thing. And yeah, we should get this tested with the glasses, right? I have some glasses here. So let me take my fast track glasses. I think this will be a bit difficult when I'm wearing now, because I'm just wearing this helmet for the first time. so the inner paddings are not exactly set. So if I wear this right now, it might be slightly tight, but anyway, let me see. So yeah, so I think I can fit the glasses. Actually, there is a space in here to fit the glasses around. So you can just put your glasses in there, and then with the glasses, can I use the dual visor on it? Yep, I can still use the dual visor. Does it shake? No, it doesn't shake. No, I don't think it is shaking. And also I don't think this is actually clashing with these. So I don't think that the inner visor is actually not clashing with your spectacles. So yeah, that should be fine. So this is glasses friendly, definitely. You can wear a glass with the inner visor also. So that shouldn't be a problem. And then let me close this. So one thing which I forgot to tell earlier is this has a breath deflector over here. So in the city, if you are breathing a lot inside, then your visor will not fog up even without the pin lock insert. Let me just try that. Okay, there is no fogging as such, not even a bit, because when I bought this helmet, right, when I first wore it in my review and when I started breathing inside, I was getting the fog for a second and then it was immediately gone. In this, I didn't even get it for a second. So even without the anti-fog insert, so the breath deflector is doing a pretty good job. So that's really good. And I think I did a review of this helmet when it was during the summer times, I guess. And for this helmet, I'm doing it in the winters. So obviously, if I breathe more inside, then it should fog up a lot earlier. But I didn't even get it for a second. So I can tell that this breath deflector does work really well. So I really like this helmet. I really like the fitment. I like the graphics of it and I like all the features of it. I have been also using some of these features in my XPOD helmet already, and I found all those features useful. So yeah, and I also find the same features in this helmet as well. So I think this helmet will definitely have those benefits which I enjoyed in this. But coming to cost wise, this helmet is like around 3 times costlier than this particular helmet, and I was willing to go for it only because of certain reasons which I explained earlier. So the price of this, if I haven't said already, it's 6,600 rupees, and no matter whether you get this in the store or you get this in your online website, it's going to be the same price. Currently there is no discounts running on, and if you get it from the online website, they are not going to put any shipping cost for this. So 6,600 it is wherever you're purchasing. And with that said, so thanks for watching guys. I hope you really liked this video, and if you really liked it, do click the like button and also share it with your friends who are ready to do an upgrade from their existing helmet to this range. And if you have more questions, and if you have some very specific questions, then you can put that in the comment section below, and I'll try to include that when I'm actually reviewing this helmet. And if you have more questions about something else which you want to ask me, or more questions about this in detail, you can always ping me in Instagram. I'll try to reply as early as possible. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe guys. We try to put videos every week, so stay subscribed and stay tuned to make sure that you get all of those videos. So that's it guys, see you next week with another video. Till then, stay safe and ride safe. Bye bye.